Hello, ladies. This is our first episode. This is Foxy Latte, and this is sofa time. We're gonna have sofa conversations about everything, anything that you want to discuss. Feel free to blog us or Twitter us, and let us know what you are thinking. All right. So the first conversation we're gonna have tonight is what time is it? My phone died.
My other phone over there.
I'm glad we got three phones. This is a good thing. Okay, one moment. Do you remember when you could call the time and it would say, at the tone, the time will be, well, it's 10:33, so we'll move on. So, it was a fight outside.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really see the fight. We were just like eavesdropping from the balcony.
I heard it through the balcony door.
And I'm like, how did you have supersonic ears.
For drama.
How? For only
For drama.
Just drama.
I don't hear when you call me or something like that.
So how did you hear? Did you hear the girl or the guy?
I heard him. He was louder.
So you heard his big mouth.
She was wrong, so she was quiet.
Okay, so you heard him, and what was he saying? I know he said, "I'm gonna give you one more chance."
You got one more chance. Yeah.
What does that mean?
What does one more chance mean?
Like, yeah.
You got one more chance.
To do what?
I guess to confess,
to hurt
tell
me.
the truth, or I don't know, whatever. One more chance can mean anything.
So, what do you think about two sisters and brothers outside arguing in your neighborhood, 10:33 at night?
First of all, I think that they're new neighbors because this wasn't going on before. Okay. Secondly, I think that it just perpetuates an ideal of what black people are in relationships. You know, argumentative, loud, obnoxious, extra.
So what we want to do here with our blogs is actually try to help cultivate relationships, to prepare us to get along in the workforce and how to be productive. We want to reach out to the black community, and we got to pull it together. We have to pull it together. So this is let's focus on another way that could have been handled. What would you do? What's the right thing to do? Instead of going outside 10:33 at night, creating a commotion in a brand new neighborhood, what was the right thing to do?
Stay your black ass in the house.
And?
Argue there.
In the house?
Yeah, you pay rent in there. You don't pay rent out there.
Why argue at all? Why argue at all? If there's a problem.
You know what? People tend to look at arguing in such a derogatory outlook and perspective. But if you think about it, during arguing, you hear a lot of things. You hear about how the person really feels about you. You hear what the person has been up to. You hear a lot of things you wouldn't have heard if you were having a calm conversation. Sometimes that preamble of that build-up emotion that brings out all the stuff you were holding back and you finally releasing kind of gets the problems out in the air, because half the time most people don't even know what the problems are, because one person's afraid to hurt the other person's feeling, the other person's afraid to hurt the other person's feeling, and it's no solution coming together in order to fix the problem. I always say, if you're going to have a problem, you're going to present me with a problem, also present me with a solution. Otherwise, there's no point in talking about it. You're just adding to the problem by just revealing to me that there is a problem.
So, you got one more chance. Is that a solution?
Or no, that's a threat.
That's a threat. Okay, that's a threat. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was a threat.
If you told me I got one more chance,
you just adding fuel to the fire.
Then, you know, we're already arguing. We're already in that heat of argument. You tell me I got one more chance. I'm thinking, I'm going to do it and see what this one chance, what happens when I lose this one chance. Let's find out. Because I want to know at this point. You're going to show me. Matter of fact, show the neighborhood, since we're on the parking lot. Because I know they watching.
We not. But we not showing the neighborhood.
Because I know they watching at this point. 10:33. Ain't nobody sleep.
But we're gonna try to. I mean, come in like acting civilized about it.
Mm-hmm.
What was the right thing to do? Like the right thing to. You're arguing out in the park. That's wrong.
First of
the
all,
threat is wrong.
First of all,
how do how can we do it the right way?
First of all, my best advice to the female in the situation. The male, there's no real advice to him other than you. At the same time, brother, you got to do better, because you outside causing a scene as if you were the quote unquote female. That's more so of the female trait to cause a scene in public. Mm-hmm. And sister, you should have never allowed him to pull your cards like that all out in the streets, and I mean that literally.
Right.
Okay.
They were in the street.
I'd have been like, okay, you know, when someone goes high, you still have to start talking at a low level, let them know that we're talking really low, and we start moving and drifting back towards the house, because I'm not about to be out here in my new neighborhood arguing with you.
Thing one, when someone goes high on you, you go low.
I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I say bring your voice down. Now, if they get out of pocket in these streets, then they go high, you go higher.
No, come on. We look. We have to find a way.
Sister, if he put his hands on you, you better muster the strength of Almighty Gladys Aretha Cletus Franklin III and wear his ass out. We should have a homegirl up there too. They could have took him. They could have took him.
We trying to build our people up. We can't.
I'm trying to build them up too. But the first things first. I've already said what needed to be said, and then after that, it's just the point of the matter of what if. With that situation, okay, they came out there. They were arguing.
Yeah.
First of all, it shouldn't. Like I said, it shouldn't have got to the streets. That's one of those. I don't care if your neighbors hear the shit. When you see the neighbors the next morning and they want to look at you because they heard yelling, you say good morning and keep it pushing, because, bitch, I know you got shit going on too.
Right.
Secondly, don't allow yourself to be put in a predicament where you're embarrassed by your significant other, because to me that's emotional abuse. You know, and it's verbal abuse. Abuse doesn't just come physically. So, when somebody emotionally, everything's connected. When somebody verbally abuses you, it makes you feel. So words make you feel. Mm-hmm. So now you have this emotional abuse. Mm-hmm. But the emotional abuse makes you think. Now you have psychological abuse. Mm-hmm. Okay? Yeah. All those things come into a feeling and they build up. And what tends to generally happen after that is physical abuse. Now, you don't want to get to the fourth stage. So before you get to the fourth stage, you need to check his motherfucking ass in these streets. Or check her ass in these streets. Not streets, let me say this. In the home first. Because like I said, it should not have gotten to the streets.
So, so it should stay. One thing, stay in the house.
We're going to fight at this point.
What goes on in your house should stay in your house. Mm-hmm. Now, but you can't be yelling and screaming in the house either. Mm-hmm. So, what I think is when it escalates to yelling and screaming, you're going to shout, you're going to have a shouting match. And then when you feel like you're getting out shouted,
I'm not going to have a shouting match because I'm the type of person, and I've been in this situation before. Significant other wants to be loud out in public. I bet you'll argue with yourself. Because I'm literally not here for it.
It takes two to argue.
That's right.
So
and if I'm walking away, and then if we out in public and I'm walking away and you still arguing, you have the problem, not me.
Right.
And you know what? You'll continue to have the problem. Because unless you want to sit down and talk like civilized individuals, and it's not my fault if my vernacular seems as though I'm talking around circles around you, okay? That's not my fault. What is at fault here is that you do not understand me. So if you do not understand me, then you need to make it known that you need to make it in layman's terms that you do understand when I'm coming to you and saying, you know, instead of feeling like I'm feeling like I'm better than you or whatever the case may be, however you may perceive it. But that's a problem with in most relationships in general.
So what I'm gathering is...
But you never allow somebody to sit there and argue with you in public. you cut that off right there. Because you know people who like to argue in public tend to only do that because they're looking for the opportunity to embarrass your ass. So what you won't do to me is embarrass my ass in these streets. Okay. And then if I try to retaliate and embarrass you, it only makes me look bad too.
Right.
So we both looking like a goddamn fool in public. And only one of us needs to look like that. And I'd rather it be
you. Right.
And that's what it is.
So we have, again, when you said, when someone goes low, that means that they're stooping below a certain level, then you go high. The high thing is to think highly of yourself, respect yourself enough to let them act a monkey by themselves, and then come back and talk about it when you can have a civilized, calm conversation.
It has never been an instance when someone was a bystander and saw people arguing. Now, if anybody was to watch that from bird's eye view, total person not involved, you would feel bad for her. Why? Because her man's out there yelling at her like she's a damn fool, like she's a child. Whether she was wrong or not, the individual being loud and the most rowdiest, you just victimized a person who probably wasn't the victim. You're probably the victim. But I can't tell. So it's best. If you have those type of internal relationship problems, to have them in the privacy of your own home, where you can calmly discuss them and deal with it in the best way. But to have it all out in public, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting your own case.
Okay, so what we have right now is don't argue out in public. If you are upset or disgruntled with your significant other or anyone for that matter, whether it be a co-worker, neighbor, friend, sister, brother, relative, keep it in the house. If you ever said you love someone, love them enough to keep your business in the house. Stop taking it out in the street.
Love them enough to respect your business, because you think you're revealing their business. No, that's your business, so you're telling your business too. So respect your privacy. Okay, transparency is only needed within your relationship. In terms of relationships, it's only needed within your relationship. Outside your relationship, it is not to be need to be so transparent that everybody knows what's going on.
Right.
That's insignificant at that point. Why do you need to let everybody know? That means you're looking for validation.
Right.
For what? That's a sign of low self-esteem if you're looking for validation in other people. You got to have it within yourself.
And on that note, we're going to end the conversation. Like I said, this is our first blog, and what we're going to start doing is coming to you and giving you our thoughts and insight on how to manage yourself, love yourself, have success in the community, in your home, and peace. So for now, we'll see you next time with Latte and Foxy, the Foxy Latte.
Have a good evening.
Good night.